Jason Momoa becomes the first DCU actor to enter the DCU as a completely new character in the form of Lobo. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Jason Momoa might have had a lukewarm run as the king of Atlantis Arthur Curry/Aquaman, but he is back to SA, a DC character that seems to fit him a little bit more snugly. Momoa will be entering the DCU, essaying the role of the main man himself, Lobo. As reported by comicbook.com, the Sea Alum will be a part of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow's cast, which is going to star Millie Alcock as the titular Kryptonian cousin of Superman. By being cast as Lobo, Jason Momoa has set a precedent for the DCU and DCU. While there are actors from the DCU that have made their way into the DCU, like Viola Davis's Amanda Waller and John Cena's Peacemaker, there is no actor from the DCU who has been recast in a new role in the DCU. There were a lot of people who were sure that this would be the case for the entire main cast of the DC Extended Universe, but Gunn himself squashed those rumors. By allowing Jason Momoa to enter the DCU as Lobo, James Gunn might have blown the casting choices for the DCU wide open. Fans are now openly speculating which of the original DCU cast could find another role in James Gunn's DCU. However, Momoa seems uniquely suited to playing Lobo, given the actor's comments. In a 2023 interview, Jason Momoa revealed how obsessed he had been with Lobo when he was younger. He said, "I used to collect comics and I don't do so much anymore, but Lobo was always my favorite. And I've always wanted to play Lobo." Lobo is one of the few characters that are considered to be the strongest characters in the DCU, being an unholy mix of Wolverine, Superman, and Deadpool. However, given that Momoa has the correct look for the character and is ridiculously well cast in the role, the actor could see himself getting a solo project in a la Peacemaker ASAP. Given that there are already shows like Lanterns, which might look into more cosmic threats, Lobo has the opportunity to make a slew of appearances in the DCU. An animated series that follows the main man across to the DCU could be a fun world-building project in the DC universe, which could be used to tell a great story and set up the wider universe. Superman, Woman of Tomorrow hits theaters on June 26, 2026. David Corenswet's Superman test screenings earned comparisons to Chris Pratt's MCU debut, signaling James Gunn's DCU is on the right track. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Despite initial skepticism surrounding David Corenswet's casting as Superman, after he replaced Henry Cavill, people seemingly embraced his version once plot details were revealed and the trailer was launched. But now, following the recent test screening reports, there seems to be even more love for James Gunn for his accurate casting. Although Jeff Snyder and John Rocha had hinted at negative responses from people who watched the test screening for Superman, sources revealed that fans had actually expressed a much more positive response than expected. So much so that a few of them even compared James Gunn's casting of David Corenswet with Chris Pratt's phenomenal MCU debut as Star-Lord. Following the release of James Gunn's Superman trailer on December 19th, THR confirmed a private screening of the unfinished film at the Warner lot. Thereafter, within a week, the hot mix John Rocha and Jeff Snyder revealed a rather negative update about the screenings and added that reshoots were happening on the film. The buzz is not good. I'm hearing bad things. I'm hearing you should be worried things. It sounds like James Gunn is aware of some of the feedback. Further, criticizing the VFX and the lack of satisfaction surrounding the movie, Rocha and Snyder finally sealed their lips about Superman. However, considering that VFX is only 30 to 40% completed, and the film is still 7 months away from release, it seems that the reviews were rather needless. The buzz is not good. I'm hearing bad things. I'm hearing you should be worried things. It sounds like James Gunn is aware of some of the feedback. Further, criticizing the VFX and the lack of satisfaction surrounding the movie, Rocha and Snyder finally sealed their lips about Superman. However, considering that VFX is only 30 to 40% completed, and the film is still 7 months away from release, it seems that the reviews were rather needless. Meanwhile, despite John Rocha and Jeff Snyder's negative update surrounding James Gunn's Superman test screening, sources who spoke to the audience of the screening told Comic Book Movie that people's feedback was a lot more positive. So much so that David Cornsweet's Superman was described as Guardians of Galaxy level good. It seems that while the Hot Mic hosts compared Superman's negative reviews with Chris Pratt's bad buzz surrounding his Guardians of the Galaxy debut, in reality, people compared the good aspects of the two films. Just like Pratt's MCU debut was James Gunn's masterstroke, even David Cornsweet's casting as the Man of Steel got appreciated by fans. Meanwhile, as people who were in attendance at the Superman screening claimed to have reportedly loved the movie, and also offered positive reviews to the trailer, it seems that James Gunn's DCU is going on the right track. Much like his MCU movies that turned into a blockbuster franchise, great things could be expected from his upcoming movie featuring David Cornsweet. After the recent disappointing news about Robert Pattinson's The Batman, Andy Muschietti brings a sad update for Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Fans have been patiently waiting for the next installment of Robert Pattinson's Batman for quite some time now. However, that patience seems to be getting thinner and thinner as the franchise keeps postponing the project time and time again. Recently, another sad update was given about a different Batman project that does not leave fans with much hope in the franchise. At the same time, something good could come out of it if DC got creative. When Batman, the Brave and the Bold was first announced, fans could not be more excited about a project focusing on the Dark Knight's relationship with his son and Robin, Damian Wayne. However, this seems to have become yet another project on DC's release list that fans will see after years. Recently, the director of The Flash, Andy Muschietti, who is also working on this film, gave an interview on the California Secreta podcast where he was asked if he could give any updates about the project. Fans naturally have a lot of expectations and wish for the film to meet them all. I'm now writing a science fiction movie that I would like to do. Batman is a project that's been postponed a bit, so there could be another film before it, possibly that one. However, instead of hyping his upcoming film up, Muschietti gave some very disappointing news to the fans. He stated that he had a different project that he wanted to work on right now, and because of this, the film would be delayed for some time. It is safe to say that fans were not expecting yet another disappointing update from the DCU so soon. After it was recently announced that Robert Pattinson's film is being postponed all the way to 2027, having yet another Batman project be delayed to pursue other professional opportunities is bound to make fans upset. Amid this, one cannot help but wonder what will happen to Batman's character in the new DCU, with the Superman film coming out next year. Since James Gunn is planning on introducing a completely different Batman for the DCU, keeping Pattinson's universe separate, it would take more than 2 years for the franchise to make a Caped Crusader who is canon to their universe.